Have you ever felt tired for no clear reason? Not physically tired, but emotionally worn down. You wake up, go through your day, talk to people, do what is expected of you, and yet something feels off. You smile when you don't feel like smiling. You say yes when your heart is quietly saying no. You agree, adjust, compromise, again and again. And at night, when the world finally grows quiet, you feel empty. Not because you did nothing, but because nothing you did felt like it was truly for you. You replay moments from the day. Why did I say that? Why didn't I speak up? Why do I feel guilty for wanting something different? If any of this feels familiar, stay with me. Because this story is not about becoming selfish. It's about discovering why living only for others slowly makes you disappear, and how choosing yourself can quietly bring you back to life. The story. Once, in a small town surrounded by wide-open fields and slow-moving clouds, there lived a woman named Mira. Mira was kind. Everyone agreed on that. She listened carefully when people spoke. She helped whenever she could. She remembered birthdays, favors, unspoken needs. If someone was unhappy, Mira tried to fix it. If someone needed support, she showed up. If someone asked for her time, she gave it even when she had none left. People trusted her. People leaned on her. People praised her generosity. But inside, Mira felt increasingly heavy. In her mind, she imagined her life as a basket she carried everywhere. Every request from others became a small object placed inside. A favor, an expectation, a responsibility she never chose but never refused. At first, the basket felt light. Helping felt good. Being needed felt meaningful. So she kept saying yes. Over time, the basket filled. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. The basket grew heavier with every unspoken desire she ignored, every boundary she never set. Every moment, she chose others over herself. Mira began walking more slowly. Her smile became practiced. Her laughter quieter. She still helped everyone, but something inside her was quietly collapsing. One evening, after agreeing to yet another request she didn't have the energy for, Mira returned home and sat alone. She placed the basket down and stared at it. "I don't know who I am without this," she whispered, "but I'm so tired of carrying it." That night, she dreamed of clouds pressing down on her chest, soft but suffocating. The next morning, Mira decided to walk beyond the fields, toward the hills where the clouds seemed to rest. "I need space," she said. "I need to hear myself again." The guide appears. As Mira walked, she noticed an old woman sitting beneath a lone tree. The woman was calm, her posture relaxed, her eyes clear. She held no basket, no tools, no visible burdens. When Mira passed, the woman spoke gently. "You're carrying too much that doesn't belong to you." Mira stopped. "How did you know?" she asked. The old woman smiled. "Because I carried the same basket once." Mira hesitated, then sat beside her. "I don't know how to put it down," Mira admitted. "If I stop helping, if I choose myself, won't I disappoint everyone?" The old woman nodded slowly. "Let me show you something. The parable of the basket." The woman pointed toward the sky. "Look at the clouds," she said. Large, soft clouds drifted above them, slow, shapeless, ever-changing. "Clouds move freely," the woman continued. "They come and go. They don't hold on to the sky." Then she gestured to Mira's basket. "Your basket is not like a cloud," she said. "It doesn't move unless you carry it." Mira looked down. "It's full," she whispered. "Yes," the woman said, "because you never ask what belongs inside and what doesn't." She reached into the basket and lifted one small object. "This," she said, "is guilt." She lifted another. "This is fear of disappointing others." Another. "This is the belief that your worth comes from being needed." Mira felt her chest tighten. "I thought helping others made me good," she said. The old woman nodded. "It does," she replied. but only when it doesn't erase you. The shift. Mira sat silently. For the first time, she saw the truth clearly. She wasn't exhausted because people asked too much. She was exhausted because she never said no. She believed her pain came from others' needs, but the real pain came from abandoning her own. "I'm afraid," Mira admitted. "If I stop carrying this, who will I be?" The old woman looked at her gently. "You will be someone who exists," she said, "not someone who survives on approval." Mira felt tears rise. All her life, she had measured herself by how useful she was, how much she gave, how little space she took. But usefulness was not the same as living. The basket was not proof of love. It was proof of forgetting herself. Slowly, Mira reached for the basket. Putting it down, the old woman nodded. "One item at a time," she said. "Not everything is yours to carry." Mira removed the first object, a small stone labeled obligation. She placed it on the ground. Her breathing softened. Next, she removed fear of rejection, then need to be liked. With each object released, her shoulders relaxed. Some items were harder to let go. Expectations from family, unspoken roles, old promises made out of fear. But she kept going. When the basket was finally empty, Mira felt light and terrified. "What if they're upset?" she asked. The old woman smiled. "Some will be," she said, "but your life was never meant to be a container for everyone else's comfort." The clouds drifted quietly overhead. Life after choosing yourself. Mira returned home changed. Not louder, not colder, just clearer. When someone asked for her time, she paused. When she felt resentment rising, she listened to it. When guilt appeared, she questioned it. "Is this love or fear?" she asked herself. Sometimes she still helped, but now it was a choice, not a reflex. Something unexpected happened. The people who truly cared respected her boundaries. The ones who didn't faded. And Mira felt something new growing inside her. Space. In that space, she discovered her own desires, her own voice, her own pace. She wasn't living against others anymore. She was living with herself. The step, a simple practice you can start today. Now, my friend, here is a small exercise you can practice today. When someone asks something of you, or when guilt appears, 1. Pause for one slow breath. 2. Place your hand on your chest. 3. Ask silently, "If I say yes, am I choosing love or avoiding discomfort?" 4. Imagine placing the request into a basket. 5. Ask yourself, "Does this belong to me?" 6. If it doesn't, gently place it down. Do this consistently. You don't owe everyone access to your energy. You owe yourself honesty. Final philosophy. Here is the truth many people never learn. Living for others may earn approval, but it costs you your life. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It is survival. You are not here to be carried away by expectations. You are here to stand in your own space. The moment you stop living for others, you finally begin living for yourself. And that is not loss. That is freedom.